Hi guys, let's try to know about GDP in India. I know that so few people know the name gross domestic production, but all know GDP and gross domestic production is the full form of GDP. First, GDP measures the monetary value of final goods and services, that is, those that are bought by the final user produced in a country in a given period of time. In more simple words, it means the value of products and or services delivered for the final user, and we measure the GDP in dollars. India is in fifth place for having the highest GDP in the world with $3.9 trillion. First is United States with $29.17 trillion. Second is China with $18.27 trillion. Third is Japan with $4.71 trillion. Fourth is Germany with $4.07 trillion. There are four main things which impact GDP. The four factors are consumption, investment, government spending, and exports. The state's resources, population, land, and government support reflects the state's GDP. The state's GDP is growing. It means that the place has a well-performing and strongly growing economy, and also it indicates that there is more employment and jobs. The top 10 states which have the highest GDP in India: Maharashtra has $500 billion and is the first because we know Mumbai is financial capital of India and most of the industries and registered there are Bombay Stock Exchange is also there in Mumbai. Agriculture, industries and service sectors are the main pillars for Maharashtra economy. Tamil Nadu has $333 billion and is the second. Tamil Nadu is a leading global hub for agri-commodities, metals and minerals. Limestone, bauxite, gypsum, lignite, magnesite and iron ore are the major minerals. Tamil Nadu is the second wealthiest state by GDP and is the most industrialized state in India. Uttar Pradesh has $317 billion and is the third because Uttar Pradesh has more population and land, and the main factors for GDP are agriculture, industry and tourism. Karnataka has $360 billion and is the fourth because we know Bangalore is the Silicon Valley of India and most software services are there. It is major hub for India. Information technology, biotechnology, aerospace and manufacturing sectors also have high contribution in GDP. Gujarat has $312 billion and is the fifth. Gujarat leads in diverse industrial sectors such as chemicals, petrochemicals, dairy, drugs and pharmaceuticals, cement and ceramics, gems and jewelry, textiles and engineering. And also it has the highest electricity production capacity and maritime port cargo volume among all states in India. That is the reason it is the fifth highest GDP. Next five states are Bengal has $219 billion GDP, Rajasthan has $196 billion GDP, Andhra Pradesh has $183 billion GDP, Madhya Pradesh has $183 billion GDP and Telangana has $182 billion GDP, and all mainly has agriculture, industry, services and minerals for their GDP. If we go zonal wise, southern states have the highest GDP, representing 30.6% in India's GDP because it has more IT, agriculture, automobile, manufacturing industries. There are major cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and second tier multiple cities are there. Coming to western, it is the second highest zone for its GDP, representing 21.7% of India's GDP. There's two major cities and they are Mumbai and Pune and a couple of second tier cities. Next, northern, it is the third highest zone for its highest GDP, representing 16.5% of India's GDP. There's one major city that is Delhi and multiple second tier cities. Then coming to the central zone, there's no major cities but a couple of minor cities which can impact the central zone. Central is fourth, representing 15.6% of India's GDP. Going to the eastern zone, representing 12.66% of India's GDP, has one major city that is Kolkata and so many minor cities. Lastly, northeastern has the lowest zone GDP, representing 2.9% of India's GDP because of their connectivity, population, also their geographical place. As an overview, there is one state which is more than $400 billion. There's four states which are between $300 billion to $400 billion. There's one state which is between $200 billion to $300 billion. There are 8 states which are between $100 billion to $200 billion. Multiple states are near to $200 billion mark. Mostly in couple of years, those will enter to $200 billion to $300 billion club. There are 9 states which are between $10 billion to $100 billion. There are 9 states between $1 billion to $10 billion. There's one state which is Ladakh that there is no information available. All union territories are in the $10 billion to $100 billion category and $1 billion to $10 billion category, because they have less land, less population. Now coming to sectors, the one of the factors which impact India's GDP is services. Services contribute 54.86% for India's GDP. Public administration, defense, and other services are 14.6% in services. Financial, real estate, and prop services are 22.69% in services. And trade, hotels, transport, communication, and services related to broadcasting are 17.57% in services. Next, second factor is industry. Industry contributes 27.55% for India's GDP. Plus, industry has mining, quarrying is 1.98% in industry. Manufacturing is 14.14% in industry. Electricity, gas, water supply, and other utility services is 2.44% in industry. And construction is 8.99% in industry. And the other main factor which impacts India's GDP is agriculture. Agriculture contributes 7.59% for India's GDP. Plus, agriculture includes forestry and fishing as 17.59% in agriculture. Lastly, coming to forecast GDP, if you see that there's GDP from 1987 and there was not that much growth till 1991, then there was very good growth, because in 1991 Indian government brought good and great economic reforms. We are estimating in 2030 we are going to be third place in GDP worldwide. In my coming videos, I'm going to do GDP per capita in India, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe for deep thoughts. Thanks for watching.